Say na democracy, demo nonsense. Say democracy, democracy be this so. People they die like fire. Say democracy, say democracy be this so. People they die like fire. Say democracy be this. Democracy. Greatest of the greatest Nigerian people. Great. Nigerians were gathered here once again, not for anything meaningful, not for anything. 5 students, I believe, 5 students that have been killed by the abductors who are holding all these people that you see here, their faces. So let's maintain 1 minute silence for those who have been killed, for the students in Kaduna, the university students in Kaduna who have been killed by the bandits. 1 minute silence, please. Before we proceed, see, it's important that we state that the main reason why we are here is for many of the parents.
Freedom comes by struggle. Freedom comes by struggle. Freedom comes by struggle. Freedom liberates Kaduna. Freedom comes by struggle. Freedom comes. Freedom liberates. Freedom comes by struggle. Democracy, democracy, say democracy, democracy be this so. People they die like fire. Say democracy, 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 nonsense. Say democracy be this so. People they die like fire. Be free, must be free. Africa must be free, must be free. Africa must be free. Kaduna must be free. Kaduna must be free. Kaduna must be free. Nigeria must be free. Nigeria must be free. Nigeria must be free. Nigeria must be free.
Greatest Nigerian people. Just before we start, I want to listen to some of the parents, some of the students.
Unity Fountain, the meeting point of this noble struggle where we take off to the National Assembly. We are here today because we felt we have been abandoned to our fate. We are here today at the Abuja in a federal capital territory who cried out. Our coming here wouldn't have been important or necessary if the government of Kaduna State, the provost of Federal College of Forestry, where this incident took place, and the Director General, Forestry Research Institute, and the ministry that supervised this institute, the Ministry of Environment, if they have taken the proper step to rescue the students and children of Federal College of Forestry Organization, AFACA, on time, we wouldn't have any reason to be here. We have several cases of kidnapping in Niger State, in Zamfara, and in Kaduna. Some of these schools belong to state government, yet federal government intervene and their students rescue on time. But in the case of Federal College of Forestry Afaka, we discovered that federal and the state, including the institute, were silent over the matter. Our children has overstayed in the hand of the bandits. None of those cases I mentioned lasted up to 1 week. But that of Afaka, we have children stay under rain, under sun, in the bush with AK-47, AK-49 pointed to them. And nobody today mark the 55 days that they are there in the bush. And that is why we decided to bring our cry to the central area, the state capital, to cry to our lawmakers if they are to give source money for us to go and rescue our children, they should do. And one of our cry again is that the education in Nigeria is collapsing. Almost all the schools are going down. We are crying that we are behind in terms of education in the world. And now it's going to the level of total collapsing. What is the hope of Nigeria youth? Those that are educated has nothing to do. How do you talk about those that are not educated? So we are here to cry to this government that seems to be deaf to the cry of the masses. It's only those that are in government that enjoy this government. Those who are not in the government, nothing for you. And then we are all Nigerian. And the simple slogan is that until no one is free. Whether you are poor or rich, all of us must be free. And if the rich thought they can sleep fine with the poor are awake, we want to tell them today that they cannot sleep because we the poor and the masses, our eyes is open. Very soon, it is the poor today, it will soon get to the rich. And by God's grace, that all of us will join hands and make sure we torment them. So that is the problem we have of this country, and that is the plight of Nigeria parents today. Apart from Afaka, Greenfield University children, today is a deadline that was given by the bandits to eliminate the remaining 17 children that are in their custody, and nobody seems to say anything. So we are calling on the legislators, we are calling on federal government, we are calling on the state government, we are calling on every well-meaning Nigerian to come to our aid. We are also calling on the government to secure, because we heard them saying that parents should be watchful because government cannot secure all schools. So it really amuses us if our government is telling us that they cannot secure school for the for the youth in this country. Then they have failed in their duty, because their first primary duty. So it is when we live, we make money. It is when we live, we go to school. It is when we live, we do some other things. So if they cannot secure our life, there is no need for this government. If they are tired, they should go away from there and let the youth come in. We know how to handle this issue in this nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
This is Mr. Friday Sani. I'm a staff of Federal College of Forestry and also the father of two adopted students there. Thank you.
Yes.
When you support us, we are saying thank you. May God bless you in Jesus' name.
Amen, Mama.
The word carry us to come this Abuja. We are need help for our children. We are cry tired. Ba mu da abin da za mu iya yi don kanmu, amma mun nema guduma daga wajen jama'a. Mun kuma gode maku da kuma mu guduma wannan ta wurin hada kai tare da mu domin ku taya mu wannan kuka. Mun gaji domin irin yaranmu da suna daji ba ci ba sha ga ruwan sama ga rana ya su yake yanzu yaya future nasu yanzu yake ba mu sani ba. Shugabannin an ce mun zaba domin su rike mana kasa su shance mu sun gan mu ba komai bane suna cin karansu ba babbaka. Ba mu gan wannan amfanin siyasa nan ba. Akwai amfani wani abu kamar haka ta faru a ce mu yi kuka an biya bukatanmu. Wannan mulki ana yin shi ne na gida wanda ya iya salladan kanshi sai ya yi, amma wanda yake talaka ne ba gan shi kome ba, ba dube mu kome ba. Wannan abu ya ba mu mamaki har ya sa mu zato mun ce to shugabanninmu lalle hakika sun hada kai da bande. Da ba su hada kai da su ba da ba shi yiwuwa a ce yayanmu yau kwana 55 suna cikin daji. Za mu kwana yaya, za mu ci yaya, kai ko karen gidanka in ka fita baka dawo ba karen gidan na zai rinka dubawa yana magana shi kadai. Ga gwamraye da kyar muke biya kudin makaranta ba aikin yi. Waɗansu an kware mazajen su a wajen aiki, yaran nan ana dai tafiya ne alherin Allah, amma a ce abu ya faru ba mu ji maganan kowane shugaba a cikin kasan nan ba, to ya nuna kun hada baki. Da yake kun hada baki Allah ya fi ku, Allah zai wani abu mamaki ba ta wuri kuɗi ba, amma ta wurin alherin Allah domin babu mahalikin da ya sha karfin Allah. Mun zo ne ku taya mu addu'a, ku taya mu kukan nan domin Allah nan da ya yi kasa shi ne ya halice mu, shi ne ya halice mu. Domin haka muna roko ku taya mu kukan nan, idan shugabanninmu sun ji kukan nan su yi wani abu. Duk mutumin da na cikin kuka ba abin da ba zai faɗi. Damuwa na haifar da abin da ka fada ma baka sa zato ba. To muna roko shugabanninmu na kasan nan ku share mana hawaye. Ba wani al'amari, ku duba wani al'amari. Victoria ba mai yi.
So,
my name is Catherine.
yeah,
Sale. I'm one of the 39 that our children were abducted on the 11th of March 2021.
we have somebody that who is part of the people rescued. He's going to talk after her.
Yeah, I can say most of us are dead. We are walking corpses. We are already dead, but we are only walking. We are already dead, as I said. We are only walking. People see us as being alive, but we are already dead. One cannot sleep. If you want to sleep, you'll be thinking of the of your child. Is that child still alive? Dead? What is that child eating? The same thing, even seafood. There's no appetite for food, because how will you eat when your child is over there? You don't even know whether that child is eating or is not eating. In fact, we are pleading that the government should come to us. Most of us are widows. As I myself, I'm a widow, and don't have anywhere to go. We are only looking to God. That is why, and God cannot come down from heaven and do things for us. He uses people. So we are praying that the government will come to assistance. Since all this while nothing, we never even knew that this thing will even reach 3 days. But now it's 55 days. Nothing has been done. We don't know anything about our children. Like it was rightly said, you find that our own children were kidnapped. Today is 55 days. You are aware of the incidents of Greenfield, where 5 children were killed. In fact, the day the first 3 students were killed, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep throughout, because I was just imagining probably my own children will be next. And look at it, up to now, nothing has been done. So that is why we felt we should come over here and see if the government will assist us, because we elected them during election, most of us went and cast our votes. And if we cast our votes, are they not supposed to support us? Is it because their own children are not unknown? Is it because we the parents are poor? you find that in that very school, most of the parents, as I said, some of us are widows, some of us are peasants and all whatnot. Is it because our children are poor, so their lives are not important? Is that the reason why everything is quiet? Is that the reason why for 55 days our children have been kidnapped and they are still there? In other states that incidences like this happen, the highest most of them stayed was 1 week. But why is our own different? Why is our own different? Is there a hidden agenda on this very issue? If there is a hidden agenda, they should let us know. That is why we have come here to cry, so that we will know what is happening and if we can get assistance. Thank you very much. My name is Catherine Y. Sadley.
Ishaya Jafaru from Abuja. I'm one of the students that was kidnapping. Among 10 people that are rescued. We want to plead the government now to rescue the remaining students that are over there. Please, we want to plead the government today. We are in protest for the remaining students. Please, the government should help us to pay the money and release the students that are still there. From there, at the end, they killed one of their men there because we were able to try to say that he raped one of our girls. So from there, they now kill one of their men.
The bandits killed one of their own men?
Yes, sir. So that I was rescued. I was not escaped. Yes, sir. I didn't know those that are rescuing them. Sir, it's police that rescued us.
Sorry, please, how come the only rescue not with the other captives?
Yes, I was together with the remaining students. So from there, we were sitting down. From there, they now came and point out and select us to.
Just the two of
Just yes.
10
No, we are 5 there. 10 of us that there was released us.
The police selected 10 of you and left the rest.
No,
After 3 days.
but all the kidnappers, they were selecting us to.
So the bandits actually set them free?
Yes.
That's what it was.
Yes, we set us free.
After payment.
Was there payment?
Payment of ransom?
Yes, it was payment.
Payment of ransom?
Yes, payment of, yes, sir.
They were released based on the
Payment of ransom.
They were not rescued.
They were not rescued,
Yes,
they were
sir.
released by the bandits.
Released by the bandits.
By the bandits,
After
After ransom was paid. So please, it's time now for us to come on the show.
Okay. Say other than to just feel sad once again for Nigeria and feel sad for all these kids who are in captivity, students who wanted a bright future. They could as well have taken to kidnapping themselves so that they can make quick money. But they opted to go to school. And look at what our government has done to them. As a person myself who has been kidnapped before by the Nigerian government, I know what it means to be in captivity. I know what it means to have zero expectation for when you will leave, when you will rejoin your family, and all the anxiety that goes with it. I'm not here to appeal to the government. Don't get me wrong. The government has failed. The Nigerian government has failed the Nigerian people. It is up to the Nigerian people to decide how long they want to continue to tolerate this failure. Absolutely. It is up to you. And it doesn't matter. Don't be afraid of security agents. They themselves have failed. Soldiers are getting kidnapped. Colonels, they go and pay ransom. A DSS guy was kidnapped. They paid ransom and they killed him after that. Nothing happened. But the only thing the DSS can tell you is that if you are speaking out at this time, they will come after you. But they cannot come after kidnappers. They can't come after bandits. They can't come after the terrorists, including those who are in government. They can't go after them, but they are very happy to go after you if you speak your mind. Nigeria is the only country in the world where people are beaten up and roughened up and they are not allowed to cry. They are not allowed to express sadness. I was told by the parents when they arrived here that they were told not to protest, that they should not even speak to the press because somebody is doing something about their plight. Nobody is doing anything about your plight. They are not interested. The federal government does not care about you. The Kaduna state governor does not care about you. I heard him saying that he will never negotiate with terrorists. I said, who asked you to negotiate with terrorists? Same Nasiru who was blaming Jonathan for not negotiating with Boko Haram people when they kidnapped Chibok girls, suddenly has realized that they can't negotiate with terrorists. The reason they don't negotiate with terrorists is because the government itself is a terroristic government. That is why. Otherwise, they know how to negotiate with terrorists. In fact, the most prolific negotiator with terrorists lives in Kaduna. What is his name? Gumi. So they could have just gone to Gumi's house. Please help us talk to your brothers. Let them release our children. But they are not interested. They love it when you are suffering. They love it when there's pain. They love it when there's blood and there's tears flowing in the land. That is why I am not here to appeal to any government. Truth is that you don't have government. The earlier you accept that you don't have a government, the better for you. Absolutely. So that you can start thinking about how you can help yourself out of this situation. When they are finished with the current kidnapped kids, they are going to go to another place. But like a parent rightly said here, when they kidnapped kids in Niger State, in Katsina, it didn't take a week before they were released. They made available 800 million naira. Why is it that there's discrimination against the Afaka forestry students? There is something there, and it has to do with the hardened hearts and the wickedness of the Kaduna state government and the federal government. There is something about it. It's either their way of doing things. It's either ethnicity or religion or the fact that maybe they hate some of these kids because they don't come from their own part of the world. I am not going to be afraid to tell you. That's the way they think. It's the way El-Rufai thinks. It's the way Buhari thinks. If you are not part of their family, they don't care about it. They can kill you. But if you are part of their family, they will rescue you. But if you are not part of them, you can as well waste away. When the president is sick, common kata, he will go and treat himself in London. The cost of treating the president, the cost of parking the presidential jet in London per night is 5,000 euros. It's enough to pay these kidnappers to release your kids. But they will never do it. Suddenly they are saying that there's no money. Suddenly they say that they have a policy not to negotiate with terrorists, right? But this is the same government that has a terrorist as the minister of communication. Inside the government, they can sit with that one, they can meet with him, they can negotiate with him. The DSS can look the other way when they are doing his verification and say that they didn't know. Yeah. But when it comes to negotiating for our kids, suddenly they don't know how to negotiate with terrorists. A government that is a terrorist government itself is saying it doesn't know how to negotiate with terrorists. There was a time in this country that Boko Haram appointed Buhari to be their negotiator. If he can be trusted enough by Boko Haram, he should trust himself enough to also lead the negotiation to release the Afaka students and the Greenfield students. We must not live through the nightmare of hearing that these children have died in captivity. May it never happen to any one of us. And may it not happen to those Greenfield kids who have been given to this deadline. May it never happen that they will be killed. And let's use this opportunity to talk to whomever is holding them, that you are holding innocent people.
Face the real
yes,
problem.
You are holding innocent children of poor people like you. Change your mind. Change your mind. You know who your enemies are. Students of the School of Forestry in Afaka, they are not your enemies. The leaders who turned you to kidnappers and terrorists and bandits, you know them. Go and hold them to account. Stop going after soft targets. Don't get me wrong. I am not saying that they should go after to kill anybody. I'm not saying that all of us should come together. Anybody that has been cheated, who has a grouse against the system, should come together and fight the system. And stop this excuse that, well, the reason we are kidnapping is because we are poor. The people you are kidnapped to are poor. The reason we are kidnapping is because we didn't go to school. The people you are kidnapping to are barely going to school. And let me say one final thing which is sad about this country. Do you know that when all of this is done, what it will cost Nigeria, Kaduna State, what it will cost the parents, will be more than what it would have cost if they had taken care of the school properly. That's what happened in Kankara. They spent million naira to rescue students who are living or schooling in a place that has no roof, no fence. But when it comes to their own of the world, they solve the problem by investing in their own security. I thought Buhari once said, Rufai once said that his children were going to public schools in Kaduna. Are they still going there? No. Because he was just lying. So please, we will continue to give you the best possible support we can. Just don't want to lie to you that you have a government. You don't have a government, and the earlier you recognize that, the better. But we will make sure that we keep shouting, no matter what they do to us, until your children are free from captivity. Thank you so much.
Look what you're doing.
Democracy be this so people they die like fire. Democracy be the monarch of freedom. Everyone is free. 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 Free of Factor 29. 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 Free of 17. Free of 17. Education is alright. Safety is alright. Safety is alright. Education is alright. Education is alright. Safety is alright. Safety is alright. Freedom is alright. Freedom is alright. Safety is alright. Safety is alright. Education is alright. Are they in their homes? No. Are they in school? No. Are they sitting exams? No. What are they doing? Are they suffering? Yes. Are they suffering? Yes. Is it right? No. Do they deserve it? No. Do they deserve it? No. Do they deserve a rescue? Yes. Bring back our children. Bring back our children. Bring back our friends. Bring back our daughters. Bring back our daughters. Bring back our sons. Bring back our sons. Bring back our sons. Bring back our I'm ready. You're rolling? Yeah, I'm ready. Show me here, please. Tight. One for one. 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 No one is free. No one is free. 29. Free of Factor 29. Free of Factor 29. 17. What do you want? When do you want them? Now. Education is alright. Education is alright. Security is alright. Security is alright. Freedom is alright. Freedom. What are they doing? You got 29 half days? Can you read the names? I see Sarah Sunday. I see Blessing Joyce. I see Jamila Yusuf Saleh. I see Fatima Ibrahim, a married woman. Her husband is here. Where are the other names? I'm seeing Stephen Bamboni. His mother is here a week. I'm seeing Joyce Burmi. I'm seeing Daniel. It's alright.
Education is alright.
What do you want?
What
do you want? When do you want them? When do you want them? And how do you want them? Triple S. Safe, sound, and soon. Not soon, soonest. Safe, sound, and soonest. Free of Factor 29.
Free of Factor 29.
Free Griffith 17.
Free Griffith 17.
Free Griffith 17.
Free Griffith 17.
Until everyone is free.
No one is free.
Until everyone is free.
No one is free.
I said no one is free.
Until everyone is free.
No one is free. No one is free. Let's say Nigerian students. Let's say Nigerian students. Our conscious Nigerian students. Are you the leaders of tomorrow? Yes. Is tomorrow bright? Yes. Is tomorrow bright? No. Tomorrow bright? No. 17 in captivity. Is tomorrow bright? No. Five killed for no reason at all. Is tomorrow bright? No. You know the collective shame on all of us. It's people. 5 students, the only crime is that they went to school. They were killed in cold blood. And we went all to sleep. We went to sleep as if nothing has gone wrong. Shame of the nation. Shame of the nation. Shame the nation. Let me water run away me. When I remember students, water run away me. Water run away me. When I remember Faka, water run away me. Water run away me. When I remember Faka, I remember Kaduna. I remember Kaduna. I remember Elufa. I remember Elufa. I remember Buhari. I remember Buhari. I remember terrorism. I remember terrorism. I remember Bantami. I remember water run away me. 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 When I remember kidnapping, I remember banditry. I remember banditry. I remember Kaduna. I remember Kaduna. I remember students. I remember students. I remember water run away me. People they die like flies. Say democracy be democracy. Say democracy be this. Say democracy be this. United can never be defeated. The people united can never be defeated. The people united can never be defeated. The people united can never be defeated. Finish fast. We shall always fight for freedom.
We don't know the condition. Passing through rainy, sun, with hungry and so other things. We are crying, we are pleading. We left Kaduna down to Abuja. We are asking government, please, they should help us to free our children. Their education has gone down and insecurity in our country. We are asking, please, please, they should help us. Help us to return back our children to us. Oh, no. Help us! Help us! Please, help us and release our children. They are dying there in the bush. Have pity. Let God help us. Let them think about it. To restore back our children. Please. My name is Helen Sunday High from Kaduna.
What is your name?
My name is Linda Abu.
How are you feeling?
I've not been myself since the very day they picked these children. This is 55 days now. I've not been myself. To eat is a problem. I left home since yesterday. We slept outside here. I don't know how to explain myself. I don't know even myself now. Sometimes I do things abnormal because of this girl. She's an orphan. I'm a widow. Nobody to support us. They said we should bring money. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. Even if I can sell all my children, the money they demand, I can't have it. I'm just here. I don't know what to say because I'm tired. I've cried today. No, people mock me to the extent I don't want to see anybody closer to me because some people will say something that will not encourage me. They will just say something that will discourage me. That is why I always keep myself inside. I always lock myself on indoor. Because some people will come as if they want to encourage me. They will say something. That will hurt me. I'm here. I don't know, as I see people, I pray that these people, as they come here, they will do the same thing and rescue these children for us because they are the ones I put up. My girl, she's just meek. I don't have money to pay for her school. She's the one that I've been paying without eating. Even the day they went to rescue some people, they came out by themselves, said, not that anybody rescued. The school management did not do anything. The government did not do anything. We don't know what they are doing. We just stay there doing nothing. Nobody's out to help us.
How old is your daughter?
She's 18 now. Thank you.
Your name again?
Linda Abu. Yes.
What's your name?
My name is Ishaya Jafaru. I'm from Abuja. I was one of the students that was kidnapped, and I was rescued by the bandits. From basically, for my experience there, they were beating us and video us, and sometimes they will take us to the stream, river. Then from there, we boys will carry, will go and fetch water. Then the women, they will cooking for us sometimes, and sometimes, well, there was one of their men that was trying to sleep with our girls. So from there, they now said, no, they will not. There was one of Baba with us. And I said no, that he will not agree them to sleep with our girls. From there, they now shoot their men, one of their men. That is what I experienced from.
Did they rape the girl in the camp?
No, sir. But they were saying that if they will not allow them to sleep with the girl, they will shoot the girls. Then from there, they now shoot the guy.
So how many people were killed while you were in the camp of the bandits?
In the camp.
Did they kill any of the students?
No, sir.
What were you people eating in particular?
First, they were in the beginning. They were bringing spaghetti, sometimes gari. Then after that, they now change. Since they've seen that gari or spaghetti will not enough us, they now change another food again. They were able to bring garin tuwo. They were able to bring corn. They were able to bring corn with cooker soup in the bag. Then from there, our women, they were able to cook for us, and we men will be going to fetching water. And if we went to toilet or somewhere, they will escort you. You will have guards behind you with gun. They will be able to follow you so that we will not we will not be able to escape from their
How
hand.
many are those bandits that you could see in the town?
There are many. I can't.
How many? Can you count them?
No, sir. There are many. They can reach like 300 or 400 bandits. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Your name again?
My name is Ishaya Jafaru.
Ishaya Jafaru.
Yes, sir.
Rakia Moses.
Before your son was released from the armed bandit camp, what was your experience?
I cannot take it. The day they called me, I was in the market. That was Thursday. When I was in the market, they called me that they kidnapped my son. I now rushed to Kaduna in the school. I saw that my son is not there. I did not find it easy, but I have to bear what I saw. But I still pleading, I still crying. I follow the protest mothers, but they cannot answer us. We now go back to the school. We are now begging to release them. One day I was in the market. They still called me. I saw him in CCTV that interviewed him in government house. I said, what am I seeing? He completes 1 month in their hand before he was released. But I thank God he came back with suffer because he will spend 2 weeks in hospital when I was treating him. Even now, I will not even think that he would trek from that side to National Assembly here. But I still thank God for his life. And I still praying for the many students that are there. May God touch the senator and the government to help those children to come back. Because it's not easy to lose your child. I'm praying for them to come back.
Okay, what I want to ask now is that did you at any point in time contribute money
No.
for the release of your... How was he released?
It's tough. Me, I was in Kaduna when they are begging the kidnappers to tell them how much they are going to pay them. But from my own experience, it's the school that have to release 10 of them. And each one of them is 1 million that they release them. Yes, it's from the school, not from the parents.
So it was the school that paid the money?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Do you have any other thing you want to say?
No, my own is only prayer so that as we came here, let them answer also so that they can release their fellow students. And the school will resume fully and with full security. Because of this, we cannot say our children will not go back to school. They will go back for their education. We don't know the government we are now, but our children must go to school. And my son will go back to Kaduna by God's grace.
Thank you. You don't remove the mic. Your number.
It's Damari Samson.
How are you feeling?
It's
See your sister in the camp of the bandits.
It's very bad and is hurting because she came back home on Monday and still came on Tuesday. That on Wednesday she was supposed to come back home, but she said no, she will leave it until on Friday because she was having exams the next day. So when I was sitting at home in the night around 10, that was when I used to sleep. Around 10, that is when I used to start my sleeping. But that day I could not sleep up till 10:30, up till 11. Then 11 something. That was when we started hearing gunshots. Because from the school to our house, if anything that is happening there, you hear it. So when we start hearing the gunshots, we were like, we are used to it now. We are always hearing it. Then later someone called me and said, and kidnappers entered my sister's school. I said, inside the school? They said yes. I said, okay, let me call her. I tried her number. I tried the number was not going through. I tried one of my friend's number too. It was not going through. So later on, around 3 something, then we are now calling them and some of the classmates. Then they said, and them too, they were there, but they escaped. my sister and that my friend were taking, that they were taking. I said, okay, no problem. This thing is not, I mean, I'm not feeling too good about it though, because it was not up till 5 months when they did my own mother's operation, and this thing happened again. That pain with this one jam-packed together, it will kill somebody now. We were just staying at home doing nothing. When we go out for contest, they will say, okay, they are going to do something about it, but still yet nothing about it.
So what do you want government to do for you?
I beg, please, they should just help us and release these children. It's been 55 days. They are ladies. They don't take their bath. They don't eat well. Please, they should help us and release our students. That is all. Thank you, sir.
Your name again?
Damari Samson.
Ministry of the school, they are not doing anything. Even the director general of this, they are not doing anything. So we are even the minister. He even traveled. He went to America to spend his Salah with his family. So they are not doing anything. So we are here to appeal to you to help us intervene so that we can see our children before even tomorrow, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is Balaya Bani. I'm the Deputy Clerk to the National Assembly. We welcome you all for coming to the People's Parliament. You have come to the right place. The Parliament belongs to you. It belongs to the people. And therefore, any genuine complaint that is made peacefully by all citizens of this country should be given attention by the parliamentarians. I am a civil servant. I come on behalf of the clerk to the National Assembly, who is the administrative head of the National Assembly. Our political leaders, of course, are Mr. President of the Senate and the Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives. You came here, to the right place. We have listened to your grievances. I assure you that we empathize with you. All of us have children, and therefore we feel your pain. And I believe that all Nigerians of good morals must, feel the pain of our children in captivity. So therefore, I'm not a politician, therefore I'm not making a political statement. I will convey, your demands and your requests to our principal officers, the President of the Senate, and the Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives. And I assure you that they have listening ears. So together with the parliamentarians, I assure you they will give all the attention and care needed to this problem that is on our hands. Therefore, once more, without much ado, I thank all of you for coming to the National Assembly and wish you, a respectful journey back to your various homes. Why is the letter? Okay, the letter, okay, I understood that you have already presented a formal letter, and by the grace of God, we are going to convey those letters to them. And I assure you that they are going to look into it, just like I said before. So therefore, I thank each and every one of you for coming to the People's Parliament, for coming to the National Assembly. And I wish you, safe journey back to your respective destinations. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Sir, your name is...
My name is Bala Muhammad Yabani, the Deputy Clerk to the National Assembly.
Student Union Government,
Thank you. We thank you for the audience granted to us. When we were coming here, there are a lot that we had that almost discouraged us from coming, because it is generally believed that we will go and come back without even receiving attention from the National Assembly. But we decided that we will, no matter what it will take us, let's bring our cry. If we are turned down, we know we have a failed government. But because you are here today as a deputy clerk to address us, we have hope. And one of the things we want to say again, sir, is that there are letters that are sent like ours. Before you know, it may be presented to the Senate President, may be given to the Speaker of the House,
and at the end, nothing comes out of it. One of the things we want to leave with you, sir, is that we have representatives from our own constituency, and where this incident happened, the representing Kaduna Central, Senator Ubasani, is from that Kaduna Central, and the of the the rep member also is from that Igabi and Kaduna Central. So we are looking at it that we are not being represented here, because since this incident, these two people have not even uttered a word. They have not uttered a word on this issue. Your children, or you will be shot dead. So our hand cannot reach, the military cannot go there, the police cannot go, and then the question is, where are we going in this country? The civilians, we are not safe. Even the military, some of them are being kidnapped these days. So we are beginning to lose courage in our security architecture in this country. So please, sir, we are begging you, this letter we send to the National Assembly, let it not just go into the waste bin. Give attention to it and speak to us as representative of the poor. Let our Senate President, our Speaker, give attention, a kind attention to it as our representative, because we vote them, and we didn't vote for what is happening now. We vote them because they promised us security of life and properties. So we are appealing, sir, let this not go into the waste basket like others. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. I want to assure you, just like I did before.
Yes, sir.
And this is your letter now. We have already stamped it and acknowledged it for you.
Yes.
And by the grace of God, we are going to convey it, and it will be given full attention.
Thank you, sir.
Once more, thank you for coming to the National Assembly, and we wish you safe journey back to your respective destinations. Thank you very much.
Leave the front now, madam. Mary, leave my front.